tickets. Okay, on this day in film history for August 1st, let's talk about a movie that was released. 1971 is the release of The Omega Man, starring Charlton Heston. It is based on I Am Legend, 1954 short story, or is it a book? Either way, I have it. Big Richard Matheson fan, by the way. A lot of the earlier Twilight Zone episodes, some of the better ones, Richard Matheson. Uh, anyways, would be adapted in 1964 as The Last Man on Earth, starring Vincent Price. That's my favorite version of the adaptation. Um, and then, of course, it's adapted again, 1971, Charlton Heston, Mega Man. And then more recently, we have the Will Smith version that has the proper title, but I Am Legend. But I don't know. The 64 Vincent Price version, anyways, the ghouls in it, they're sort of like vampire zombies. That was the inspiration for the zombies for George A. Romero in Night of the Living Dead, 1968. So there you go. Let's move on to some birthdays. 1965, Sam Mendes was born, making him 58 years old today. Director, I think, mostly got well known. Second feature, American Beauty, and then he's directed lots of Academy Award noteworthy films. If you're into that sort of thing, 1917, directed some Bonds. Skyfall. Was married for I think about 8 years to Kate Winslet. So it's Kate Winslet's ex-husband. Uh, Moving on, 1979, the birth of Jason Momoa, making him 44 years old today. Started in Baywatch Hawaii. And then, of course, he was Khal Drogo on Game of Thrones. He's Aquaman. He was the best part of Fast X. Jason Momoa. Never boring, Jason Momoa, anyways. And then let's talk about some deaths. In 1970, we have the death of Frances Farmer. She died at the age of 56. She was an actress who was coming up, making a name for herself. And then she, unfortunately, though, suffered mental health. She was paranoid schizophrenic. She was institutionalized against her will. There are claims that she was abused, possibly even lobotomized while she was institutionalized. Um, Inspiration for Kurt Cobain. Frances Farmer will have her revenge on Seattle. And of course, he named his daughter Frances Bean after Frances Farmer. And then in 2020 is the death of Wilford Brimley. Um, Depending on what generation you either know him from his movies or you know him from his commercials, whether it's Quaker Oats to start with or diabetes. Um, Star of Cocoon and The Thing, The China Syndrome, Natural. Wilford Brimley was a Marine. He was a sergeant in the Korean War. Did you know that? Anyways, that's it for On This Day in Film History. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. See you tomorrow.